Be the candidate investment firms are looking to hire. Become a CFA charter holder. Stand out for having the skills to thrive in the competitive investment industry. Visit cfainstitute.org/learn to find out more about the Level 1 CFA exam.
Business as usual is a thing of the past, but the entrepreneurial spirit keeps us closing in on our dream. That's why U.S. Bank makes sure solutions are a conversation away, so we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what comes up. Because even in uncertainty, you can be certain we have your back. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Y'all had a great time, great time. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's daily meeting. Glad to have everyone on. Glad to see your lovely, shining, smiling faces as always. All right. Cameras are turned on. I'm looking forward to it. Great deal. Just, yeah. Pre-game warm-up is always great, okay? Y'all got to be here for the pre-game warm-up, okay? Because the cut-up is at the pre-game warm-up. You have the most fun. Now, you have fun throughout the whole thing. But the pre-game warm-up before the call, oh, okay. You see how Mr. Jerome is laughing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are getting behind-the-scenes look at what goes on every day at the ATSJR companies, how it is run by our founder and CEO. And I am glad that each and every one of you have you get a sneak peek. Okay, so you're hearing things that you shouldn't hear and seeing things that you shouldn't see. All right, and then it goes from the daily meeting to church service to esoteric to it just goes, whatever is needed for that day. That's where it goes. Okay, so glad to have you all on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to get out of the way, introduce you to the COO of the ATSJR companies. She always she always got the throw rocket. I got to put my fist up all the time because she's always got it rocket. Okay, that's my girl. COO of the ATSJR companies always has that spirit that every time she talks, people are like, oh yeah. You go see, if it's just your first time on. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss D. Marie Deanna Mitchell.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning. Good morning. As Grace told you, this is our daily morning meeting. So if this is your first time joining us, thank you very much for joining us. If you have been with us before, you know how we roll. So I have a question to ask each of you. If you've been on every morning meeting, if you are part of the groups that Antonio has established, what have y'all learned about how Antonio is doing the TV shows that are attached to his news station? If you're in the group, go ahead.
Wait a minute, let me okay. One thing that I have learned in just this time, that communication is very, very important. And with the shows and with what he's doing, it's just an extension of. And the way that the groups are put together, how we are balancing everything that he is and what ATS stands for. And it's just been understanding that when we come together and we are on the same plane and playing field, that everything rolls smoothly and there's no chaos or anything. And to just have the patience with each and every person. And we do that so well in this family that it comes together and it just makes everything run so smoothly. And it's about scaling, going to that next level, getting out of your comfort zone and, doing and being that best person that you could be. And it doesn't matter the mistakes that you make. If it's not really a mistake, it's just learning. And it's all about learning, knowledging, having knowledge and levering off of each other. And so that's what I have learned, and what I have taken away is just don't quit. Don't be boring. and do the best that you can do.
All right, Dr. Trask, thank you very much for that. Dr. Trask, who else? Who else wants to speak on what they've learned about how Antonio's doing the TV shows that's attached to his news station?
That more is caught than taught.
Ooh.
And that with all of that stuff that we've been talking about in every single thing, no matter what, no matter where, no matter what you hear, you're going to hear something, but then it's going to be something that you'll be able to take back later, or you'll hear it and you'll see something and it's going to spark something else. And then you'll be able to go right back to everything that you heard, which is like more than caught than taught. That's my new thing about it. I be paying attention and not even knowing I'm paying attention. And then when I go down the street and see it, I be like, oh, I got it. So the more than caught than taught is what I think.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Adrian. Thank you very much. Mr. Romy Rome.
Oh yeah. Romy Rome in the house. Watch your mouth. Yeah, the thing that I got out of it is that even though I'm the moderator, the guy sitting in the hot seat, the way that the teams were put together, the way our team was put together, thank you so much, because I quickly realized that the weight wasn't on me, it was on the group. So that allowed me to relax in that process. Yay. And then as we were going through the subject matter, as I was preparing, it was like, I got to cover this. And I realized as we were going, Jerome, you got 5 other opinions here, and they are opinionated. And guess what? You ain't got to worry about it because they're going to bring up something that you didn't think about, which they did. And it was so much fun. I think that was the biggest thing. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. The weight kind of like, we can do this. We can do this. And I'm not going to tell y'all that after we turned off the microphone and the camera, quote unquote, we were there for about another half an hour running our miles. Tell me we didn't have some fun. Uh-oh, we the one. Team 4 in the house, watching out.
All right, Romy Rome. All right, thank you. Stradivari.
Basically, it's to build strong wealth between each other and camaraderie amongst each other. The piggybacking and knowing who really is the strongest one to be able to finish strong at the end of your conversations. Adding on to the knowledge of what you really know about the subject and doing your homework on understanding who is basically in and out of it, who's totally all for the conversation and who's in it to win it. So it's basically building a strong foundation of knowing each other, backing each other's conversation and words, and basically the opinions that we have basically given us a foundation to make sure that we all are in it to win it. And the best thing about it is, being restful and being able to challenge yourself to give each other, some time to really figure out exactly what you want to say, and giving each other the time to, space to give them the avenue to have their say and have their words. So that's the best thing, is basically to have a tag team as partners and all coming together to build and challenge yourselves to be great.
All right, Mr. Stradivari, thank you very much. Good morning, Miss Renee. So, Miss Renee, the question that I asked everyone, and then I'm going to go to Tierney, is what have you learned about how Antonio is doing the TV shows that are attached to the news stations? So, Tierney, then Prophet, then Miss Renee.
Okay. One thing I'm noticing is it seems like for me that there's something here for everybody. There's not a single stone that's left unturned. There's not a single topic that can't be reached to even someone who's not in tune with everything else that's going on. It's it almost seems like he's created a world within a world in a way where it's hey, come out from amongst them and be separate to get free. So it's like all the different topics and even like the different collaborations between opinions is a way to kind of squeeze us, you know, and put that pressure on you. Just like, oh no, you have something to say. Go ahead and speak on it and come out and like be yourself so that we can draw the audience and get people out of the world and, you know, bring them into their freedom.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Tyranny. On the road again.
I do have a question. It is the
Yes,
Mexit,
ma'am.
right? Are
Yes,
we
ma'am.
supposed, is there like an underline, get rid of your 9 to 5? We can really take that, right? Like I've taken this from Antonio T. Smith. Like you don't need to have a 9 to 5, because if you have a 9 to 5 mindset, you're really stuck, and you're putting me in this mindset too. So I know that it's big on me. Is it okay that we stress that we really want you to be moving on the way? Like,
Yes, ma'am, because Mexit
okay.
is middle class exit.
Okay, okay, yeah, because that's another thing he be doing. We trying to get everybody out of the mindset that you've been doing this the wrong way for a long time because your mindset is middle class. Okay.
Thank you very much for your question, Miss Adrian.
Yeah, pertaining to what she said, I want to let Mr. Smith know that I made an announcement. I didn't get your permission because I learned that in the military. It's easy to ask for forgiveness and permission. I made it very clear to our audience that we may allow you to come on and be one of the commentators or a guest, but you got to have one thing. You got to be mad as hell, and you're not going to take it anymore. So if you don't have that middle class a mindset that you want to get out of it, you can't come on. But we're going to let some of the top 3%, like Mr. Antonio T. Smith, we're going to let him come on from time to time and speak because he got it going on, but not too much. I just want to let you know, I made that announcement without your permission.
Antonio said yes, sir. All right, Prophet Jerry, then Miss Renee.
For me, first thing was to bring Mexit News is to bring people out of their mindset. He knew who to put with each other. Y'all knew who to put with each other. I believe y'all, the ladies, is the one to put everybody together, but he had the last say so of being the CEO to say, no, I don't want this one. No, I don't want that one. So to put people together, and there's a bond. I got a bond already with some people that I didn't even know. Some of them I knew, but some of them I didn't know. I just know the name. But some of them I knew because they've been here a long time like me. But been longer than me, but, been here around about my time. So we're on our way up. That's what he's trying to do. I remember, and I'm a hush. Grace did a video and was about dominant conference, and the song was "We on the way up, we on the way up, we on the way." So that's what we are. We about to blow up, baby.
All right. Thank you, Prophet Jerry. Now we have Miss Renee, and after Miss Renee, we have Miss Felicia. Miss Renee, the floor is yours. Uh-oh. Miss Renee, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Excuse me.
There you go.
My bad. Excuse me. You asked what have we learned from everything that we're doing for the Mexit?
Yes, ma'am. What have you learned about how Antonio is doing the TV shows that are attached to the news station?
One thing that I'm learning is everyone's got their own piece of the pie. So that's why you have the different parts that we're all doing, but it all makes up a really impressive, really something that's different. I think that's something that's never been done because I know myself, I don't really like watching the news. I like to just go, I'd rather go read it on an article and be like, okay, because some things they don't cover on the news that they should, that they can really talk about to really help people, but they just choose to be like, okay, well, we're just gonna kind of go, we're gonna go here, but we're not gonna go all the way. And I think that is what keeps people in that crab mentality. Because I mean, they might try to come up, but then they're like, well, they don't know how to. But by having this for people that we want to see them come up, we want to see them to do better, then that changes a lot of things. That changes our approach on things, that changes how everything is received because it's literally tailored for them. There's a serious side, there's going to be a funny side, there's going to be probably a really cheesy side, but it's all cool because it helps the individual in more than just one way. So that's the thing I really, you can kind of see it, the pieces coming together.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Miss Renee. Next we have Miss, thank you. Next we have Miss Felicia, then Tierney, then Levon.
Good morning, everybody. I was really thinking about this morning when I was getting dressed to come to work. This week marks 30 days that I've been a part of the ATS family. And
all right, dirty 30.
It's been a very enjoyable experience. Like I've sat in, I've listened, I've observed, I've participated, and I kept trying to figure out, like, not so much where did I fit, but how to bring the pieces of this puzzle together. And for me, I haven't gotten up to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning for the past 3 years. And so when I started this group, I had to get on at 8 o'clock. And so it was a struggle, but it prepared me to get ready for where I'm at today. But I said that to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed being a part of this group. The sessions, the breakout sessions have been phenomenal. We've learned just in the course of this week alone, for me, the importance of just supporting each other, having each other's back, and respecting each other, especially as professionals. And just sitting here listening to Antonio on a daily basis, it encourages me, it motivates me, it pushes me to take what he's teaching me and to really implement that and to become a better business owner that I am. And so I personally just wanted to yield to say thank you, Antonio, because in 30 days, I've learned so much. Like I have my bachelor's in business, and this does not compare to anything that I actually learned in college studies. And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys.
All right. Thank you, Miss Felicia.
Well said, Miss Felicia. And we have noticed you every day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. Next we have, okay, hold on one second.
Real quick, y'all, I want y'all to realize and notice that Miss Felicia has only been here 30 days. And in 30 days, Antonio has her on a TV show on his baby. The thing that's represent one of the things that's representing his legacy, y'all. Think about that. 30 days. He said, I want her. Y'all think about it. Who else y'all know gonna do that? Okay, y'all, I see. Okay, there you go. There you go. So just think of the heart that he has. Think of the kind of leader that he is, and just continue to recognize that.
Yeah, nobody trust anybody with their legacy, with their heart. Y'all know how it is. Your business is your baby. You're not gonna trust. And for those of you with kids, you're not gonna trust just anybody with your kids.
That's true. Because I tell you, there are some things that I have gone through in my life that has definitely set the tone for help protect my children and my grandchildren. I have seen some things and heard some things in my life, and my children can attest to anything I say as far as they are concerned. When they all had their children, I was there somewhere. I don't want my grandbabies nowhere where they cannot talk, because everyone cannot be trusted. And it's just been a deal. So I understand that truly, and I respect him in so many different ways, because he is not only staying true to himself. Out of his own words, he said his goal is to make 100,000 people millionaires by 2025. And he is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. And there's a basis, there's a foundation, there's a middle, there is a top, and he's going forth with the truth, not sugar-coated, not played over. He said, come and speak your mind. And I respect that. I'm so grateful to be a part of y'all.
Thank you very much, Miss Sandra. Thank you.
And Miss Sandy, we are so glad to have you a part of us as well.
Yes. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Okay, so next we have Miss Tierney, then Miss Lavon, then Miss Damali. So Tierney, Lavon, Damali, and then I have another question for you guys. So go ahead, Miss Tierney.
All right. So, okay, one thing I noticed also is like, if you notice, he put us together with topics that we learn, and we can learn anything. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's like he's actually putting us in I know for me, it gave me the mindset to where it's like, there's nobody that I can't just go out there amongst and speak ATS. And like, if we have enough support and pulling from the conversation of other people, we can learn so much more even around each other. Like it's literally like he's teaching us on the go how to do exactly what we've been saying we couldn't do, or what I've been saying I couldn't do. So it's pretty cool as well.
All right, Miss Tierney, Miss Tierney. Good job. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna have Lavon and then Damali and Deheath. I hope I said that correctly. Okay. Miss Lavon, the floor is yours.
Hello, good morning, everyone. What I gathered from it is helping people have a different perspective of how for ourselves, like as doing the videos, and also for our viewers. It definitely gives different opinions on one story, and then also help us to come out of our comfort zone. I'm sure everyone was nervous, everyone was, going through something, but once you first start, it's like, wow, I can do this. And then it helps build you up to be that person that Antonio knows that we can be, and help us develop our voice. And what's another thing I wanted to say? Um, I forgot the rest because I was trying to think of, but I mean, that's what I noticed, because for me, I'm the shy one. I usually don't say much at all. So just being on there, it helped me to just come out and just say what I think. It helps build our voice far as um our opinion, you know, but try to be mindful of what you're saying when you do give your opinion. But it's something that you feel, it's something that what's the word I'm looking for? That everybody has, but at the same time they don't speak on it. And it helps other people to understand where that person may be coming from. So yeah, so that's what I got from it. And I'm blessed and I'm glad and I'm grateful that Antonio had decided to put all of us in this group. And then the way he put us all together, I honestly think he did take the time and thought of who to put with who, because we actually complement each other when we speak. So, and it's a practice, so it's a learning lesson, but we get better each day, I want to say. So, yeah, thank you.
All right, Miss Lavon. All right. Good deal, good deal. Yes, Miss Lavon. I know you don't speak much, but I know they had you. I know they had you talking on there. I know they did. And Miss Renee gonna have you talking. She gonna get
What you
everybody to
trying
say
to say, Miss Grace? How dare you? I'm just playing. I'm
You
just
gonna get
playing.
everybody to talk. You the type to say, I ain't gonna be the only one talking. Come on,
Renee be
let's
acting
go.
up, Grace.
I know she
What?
do.
That is a fig Newton of y'all's imagination.
That
A
a fig
fig
Newton.
Newton.
All right. All right. Next we have Damali, and then we're going to have DeHeath, and then Miss Chiquita.
Okay. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So what I learned from how he's doing the shows, one of the things that I noticed is how far advanced we're recording all of this and how much editing is going into it. I really admire that. And so it inspired me actually to, I know I've been saying I'm gonna start my blog, but I actually started recording everything I'm doing. And I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be releasing stuff a week in advance and editing it because it's just me. That's just my personality. And then I'll be going live as well. But it just inspired me to just take action in my own thing and just kind of follow this blueprint. I've learned so much just by sitting and observing everything he's doing with this whole process. It has been awesome. And then the other thing that I've learned is that no matter how much differences we have so many things in common. You know, we may be different religions, but we still have so many things that just cross and intertwine. So the conversations have been really meaningful. So I've really enjoyed that process too.
All right, Mr. Molly. All right, right. All right, all right. I'm not even gonna ask you whose group you in, Mr. Molly. Whoever group you in, I know y'all be cutting up. All these groups be cutting up. I'm not going, and cutting up is probably
She
an
in that
understatement.
Mr. B group, Miss Grace. She in Mr.
Oh,
B
y'all, I
group.
already know. Y'all doing more than y'all doing more than cut up. All right. Well, good deal, good deal. Now we have the Heath, and then we'll have Mr. Quita.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Damari. Everybody just calls me D, so whatever is easiest. I'm brand new, and so I just wanted to introduce myself just so I could understand some more of the questions and things like that, just so everybody had an idea. So I'm looking forward to listen to everybody speak and I guess kind of seeing how things operate. I think my brother got an opportunity to meet Mr. Antonio while he was, assisting me sell my product in DeSoto. I'm the CEO of a sports sanitation company known as C3 Sports, and also a co-founder of an IT technician company called Grow Technologies. So yeah, it's nice to meet everybody. I'm looking forward to kind of, understanding more. I'm kind of in the dark. So yeah, good morning, everybody.
All right. Good morning. Good morning,
Well,
everybody.
good morning.
Good
Yes,
morning.
unmute your mic. Yes.
Good morning,
Welcome.
Good
D.
Good
morning.
morning.
I tell you,
Well,
you ain't
Welcome to ATS.
bring your
You're
shade.
sitting in the dark, but we see you. We
Yes.
see you.
Welcome,
Right. You're not in the
welcome
dark.
to our underground lair.
Mr. D,
Bad.
watch yourself. These women, they strong. They real strong. Watch yourself.
Yes, sir.
Come on in here. Take it down. Take a seat. Come on in.
All I can say is that you're not in the woods anymore.
That was a nice way to put that, Miss Sandra. I like that. You are not in the woods anymore. That summed that up. That's ATS. You found it.
All right. Well, welcome, Mr. D, again. Glad to have you on. D, who was your brother?
My brother's name's Darius Heath. I think he
Okay.
was outside of yes, ma'am, Darius Heath.
Okay. Okay. Well, good. Glad that he invited you on. Glad to have you on. We are talking about the TV show that Antonio has created on his TV network, and he has different groups. It's called Mexit News, and he has different groups who are covering various topics, and they are having loads of fun from what I'm hearing. And so we're glad to have you on. All right, Miss Chiquita, you're up.
All right, let the holy hush fill the room. ATS Royalty speaks. So the Connect, which is my team, okay, what we found out is that we are, all of us, all the teams, we're prepared for this. So the thing that makes us so different from regular news is that we don't have to perpetuate the BS. We're not scripted to where we can only go to a certain point and we can express, the real that everybody's thinking. We can say whatever we want to say within context, of course, within brand, but we can actually communicate the real story, and we know the facts because we're taught it every single day. We're taught finance, we're taught, cryptocurrency, we're taught travel, we're taught technology. So all these things that we're talking about that's happening in the real news, we can always go beyond what the regular news, Fox and CNN and whoever else, and really go deeper for the public to let them know really what they need to do to move themselves forward so that they're not stuck in where these governmental systems are trying to keep them bound. The other thing is that the way that we flow in the news, because we do group economics, we're also able to promote each other, like the people inside this group. So we talked about the future of travel, and we were able to plug in Kingdom Travel Group and Michelle Black and her business because it was relevant to the conversation. So just really drawing people into not only exposing what's going on in the world, but also exposing them to our community and how we are combating those things to be a safe haven for people. The end.
All right, Miss Chiquita. Miss Michelle, you had something you would like to share?
No, excuse me. I just wanted to say thank you very much for putting it, introducing that plug. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. Yes. If y'all see the shirt that I got on, it says I choose not to be broke. Okay. Okay. Choose not to be broke. I can't read backwards. What does this say? I can't read backwards today.
I chose not to be broke, so I started my own business.
Ask me how. There we go.
There you go. Okay. That's Miss Michelle Black. Okay. That if you want this shirt, talk to Miss Michelle Black. She can get you hooked up with it. Then now we practice group economics over here, so she gonna hook you up. But friends don't let friends ask for discounts. There you go. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I actually created it with ATS in mind to allow people the opportunity to ask them about ATS and about your business. So you let them know, about your business and ATS. So yeah, the shirt is for everyone that's interested.
All right,
Thank
good deal.
you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Miss Michelle. Thank you all to all of everyone who gave your answers on this question that Deanna asked. What do you think Antonio is doing, or what have you learned? What you've learned thus far in your groups and doing these recordings? I'm gonna turn it back over to the COO.
All right. Yes. Thank each and every one of you. Now, the next question that I have is what is different about what Antonio is doing with the news? Who can tell me what is different about what Antonio is doing with the news?
I can.
Go ahead, Miss Michelle.
It's just raw. It's unpopulated opinion. We don't have a company telling us what we can say and what we cannot say. We're just upfront telling the truth. We're saying what everybody else is thinking. We're saying what everybody else is feeling, and we don't have no one controlling what we are saying. We have the freedom according to whatever rights we're supposed to have, freedom of speech. In this case, we actually have the freedom to speak. So he's just trying to, you know, besides make a point, show people that you do have the freedom to speak with everything that's going on, but on a national platform. That's all. The news is controlled. They show what they want to show. They say what they want to say. They tell you to say what they want to say, but they're not telling you everything that's going on. And then even with his news, he also prepares you. Does just like he does us in class. He'll teach us one thing, and then the next day it comes out. So with the news, it allows people to know what's going to come. If it's the next day, we've been prepared. Oh, they just said that this was going to happen. So it just gives us the platform to be us, what the people of the world need to truly be, and that's to be us and get the word across of how everybody's feeling.
Oh, all right, Miss Michelle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, please forgive me, Dr. Trask and Miss Felicia. I don't know whose hand went up first. So okay. So thank you, Grace. So we have Dr. Trask, then we have Miss Felicia, then we have Miss Chiquita, then we have Miss Renee. If y'all can remember that for me, I'm still waking up. Remember that order, I would greatly appreciate it. So Dr. Trask, Miss Felicia, Miss Chiquita, and Renee. All right, Dr. Trask, the floor is yours.
What Antonio is doing that I feel that is different is that he's opening up the doors where the other stations aren't opening, and he's allowing us, because we're living this and going by the questions and the topics that's being discussed within our group. We're all different yet the same, going through and have been through the same experiences, and we're able to discuss it and talk about it and bring a deeper awareness to the subject matter. And to me, that was very helpful in just some other things that was going on in my own head personally, listening to the others in the group talk about it. Because our group, it's a real group of diversity. And to know that the end of the show, how we all ended up coming together and being able to see the value that this show is not only going to bring the others that's viewing as the viewers, but us as the participants. And that's just strategically planned, and the people are placed to be able to bring out that inner child, to bring out that inner voice that wants to be heard, wanted to always be heard, and now we have the opportunity to be heard. And that to me is brilliant.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Trask. Thank you. All right. Miss Felicia with her 30-day anniversary. Come on, Miss Felicia.
What I really like about this one is the fact that, and I'm like this, so that's why I respect Antonio and his moves and how he does things, because when I put my hands to something, I want it to be done right. I want it perfectioned, or I want it to be perfect, should I say. And I remember the other night when we first got on, we were all like, where is it? How do we pull it on our Facebook pages? We wanted to share it. And then we realized that, or we got the communication that it wasn't going to go out just yet. I totally respect the fact that the way he's doing this is building that platform, allowing us to have our conversations, and then while he's working behind the scenes to perfect it before he pushes it out. Now that to me says top class quality. Not that videoing and doing Facebook Lives is bootlegging, but at the level of where ATS is, I respect the fact that he wants it to have a certain look, a certain way, before he pushes it out. And that's the first thing that I really, really respect. And I think that's what makes this one different. And then the second observation that I have is the fact that this within itself just feels different. Like it's in preparation mode to explode. So as we're sitting behind the scenes watching this thing come together, it's going to be a joy in seeing it just all come to fruition when it does happen. So that's what I think makes this one different for me.
Right. Thank you very much, Miss Felicia. Thank you. All right, so next we have, give me 1 second, Miss Chiquita, Miss Chichi Lee, the floor is yours.
Thank you, amazing D. What is different? So many things are different, but the one that I want to speak about is shaping the perception, the mindset of the audience, the people. We all know that news, social media shapes the ideology of the people who are engaged with it. And so too many times regular news media, social media have had an agenda of control and fear. And it promotes hate and misunderstandings and just a breakdown in communication, a lack of respect and love. And so with this platform, It doesn't do that. So it's the complete opposite. It's giving people the real truth. It's giving people hope. It's giving people strategy of how to move from their places of where they may find despair or hopelessness or lack of clarity, and giving them the opportunity to step into information that will, if they take advantage of it, will change the game for their life and their legacy. And no other news station, period, is doing that.
Period. Not period. Period. With a T. Period. Yeah, it's early. Don't pay me no mind. Don't pay me no mind.
You good, girl. You was in the energy. Amazing. D. You caught that.
That's right. Bring it.
Thank you, Miss Chi. Miss Chiquita, we call Miss Chiquita Chi Lee. And she was affectionately nicknamed that by Mr. Law Lodeholt. So we call her Miss Chi Lee. Daoud called her Chi Lee? Oh, Daoud nicknamed her Chi Lee. So that's what that, when you hear us call her Chi Lee, it's the ATS family nickname. You know how your family have one nickname for you?
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Gracie. That wasn't me. That was our man Lawrence. Only he has the flair to come up with that kind of name. That was not me. I wish I did.
Oh, you did that.
What's the name?
Chi Lee. Law nickname.
Wow.
Chi Lee.
That's on the news.
Daoud is king. No, it's a family nickname. Daoud is king of hashtags. That's what I saw. Yeah. Daoud is king of hashtags. If you ever check chats while we're talking, and if you see a hashtag, it's all Daoud. It's all Daoud. Just like yesterday we were talking about someone left the K off of the 500K, and Daoud said every gift begins with K. That was awesome. He had all of us rolling. Okay, so thank you all so much. Miss Renee, you are next. The floor is yours.
Okay. I was thinking of not saying this, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it straight from the hip. So
come on.
I was like, hey, why not? I was like, I'm from Akron anyway. So the news paints a picture of what certain people, what certain people think. So there's a bias that goes with it because it is only geared for a certain demographic. To me, it comes off as people being puppets, even though someone will probably disagree with that. I'm sure somebody would, but it comes off as being like a puppet because and hey, I mean, that's your truth, that's your reality, it is what it is, but it comes off as you being a puppet because there's nobody in my neighborhood or that where I'm from that looks at the news and sees themselves. And I think if you can see, then you see if you see yourself, then you will keep watching and you will want to grow and you'll want to stay with it. But if they don't look like you, and if they ain't saying something that you want to hear, then yeah, they're not going to watch. So it really has a lot to. I told some of our group members that we are a piece of the pie, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's got different subjects. So it's geared to everybody because there's a lot of differences, something that someone could take from each and every segment. Maybe not everything, but at least something that they can take from each and every segment. But we're not gonna be no puppets or anything like that. We just gonna be we're just gonna be us and say what our reality is and be like, all right, this is what you can do. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours, what you decide to think and what you decide to do about it. I mean, words are only words until you put action behind it. So it is that's one thing I like is I see a representation of me. I see a representation of other people that I know. And that's what, if I was on the outside looking in, I would want to watch because I see me and I see my people. I see my family. I see other people that I know. But if stuff is cookie cutter and they only show you but so much, is a lot of bias. And I don't want to hear no bias. My life has been a lot of things in my life has been some bias in it. So I don't want to have to hear that when I just need the facts. Give me the facts, give me the proof, and let me decide what I'm going to do with it. So that's all I got to say.
All right, you know what? The queen of the Lissom household has spoke on this morning.
She almost shut it down.
Come on, Prophet.
That's my queen.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Very proud.
Lord Jesus. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, it is what my auntie would say, it is what a TI is. So, you can take it or lump it, but either way, you gotta live your own life.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. I have to verbally say what Miss Alfreda wrote in chat. She said, and I quote, "Great morning, everyone. I have learned that a nap is necessary before embarking on a 3 to 4 hour conversation. Hashtag real talk." I ain't mad at you, Miss.
No, it's that right after. You don't want to say no more words. No more words.
Everybody learned that lesson.
No more words.
Yo, it's too early.
I am so sorry. I can honestly say, sitting here and just watching all of the squares pop up and the laughing and the personalities that is coming through. I mean, we might have been only shooting this for like a week, but I have seen everyone like just come. Y'all are all stars right now. Like, y'all, I'm just sitting here like, I can't believe it because like Miss Renee, she's like making me crack up. I'm sitting there like, it's just, I love it. I love it. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I guess y'all have some stuff going on in y'all groups or something that, because I could probably relate to all of your groups, but I can't relate to anything in mine. So I guess that makes sense too, because we're like the tech people, and at least the whole news ain't about like tech that don't make sense to everything. So at least everything else will probably make sense. So it's just good to hear. I can't wait. I look forward to seeing the finish.
Definitely. And what I love, there's something you just said, Miss Adrian, that I absolutely love, because you guys have the subject. Give me 1 second, y'all. I received a message that my son said I loved him and I didn't hear him, and I always want to make sure that I respond back with love so he knows he is loved. It's something that Miss Adrian said that I want y'all to get. Miss Adrian's group, when y'all see them, they were given tech as a subject. As she did, they talk about tech. But they are, and this is in no disrespect to any of them, but they are the least tech people.
It was wrong on every level.
I need y'all to see my face.
Yeah, that was it.
She says it. The least tech. We didn't even know how to get on the damn thing. It was horrible. Like I swear, I think the first hour of it was just trying to get us right. not glitching, because I was lost. I ain't gonna lie, just to be putting in the right place, to be logged in the right thing. I was like, and then the things we're talking about, it at least makes me know, okay, all right, I'm not all the way crazy, because I'm thinking, does anyone care about this stuff? But we worked it out great. But to hear all the other conversations, I'm thinking, damn, okay, well, they got group. Okay. They over there laughing at Joe. Okay. They not okay. So okay. So it look, I can regress, because I definitely was sitting there trying to figure out, like, okay, maybe I'm the person that needs to step back from this, because I am not techie. You're right. You've taken me and put me somewhere that I'm like,
please forgive me for interrupting you, Miss Adrian, but you don't need to step away. And I'm going to tell you why, because it goes right back to what Miss Renee said. It's us talking to us, someone we can relate with. Do you know how many people are in your same position? And when they look at you, they're going to be like, well, if Miss Adrian can do it, I can do it. You may get people interested in tech that has never even looked at a cell phone. You may have people who go to a computer and be like, you know what? I heard Miss Adrian talk about this. So let me sit down and see what she was talking about. So what you just said goes right back to what Miss Renee was just talking about. And that's for each and every one of you. If you are in a group and you're talking about something, you like, man, I have no clue. I don't know what this is. This is crazy. Why did he give us this? Think about what Miss Renee said. It's you talking to your family. It's you being able to express how you feel about that particular subject. So, Miss Adrian, no, you don't need to back up. You're exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. You are perfect for the position. Each and every one of you are perfect for the position. So, with that being said, I see Miss Sandra has her hand up. So, Miss Sandra, we're going to go ahead and open the floor up for you. Miss Edlina, I saw you earlier too. So, Miss Sandra, then Miss Edlina.
Thank you. I just want to say that with all that MTS is bringing to the ATS is bringing to the stage, it is so comforting to know that he allows people, each and every one of us, to speak our truth. And it's funny how when one person starts speaking their truth, they are able to encourage another to speak their truth. It is a real lifeline for each and every person. I am amazed at what God is doing in this. And I truly speak freely when I say ministry, because it is a ministry. For so many years, people have said that they are helping people to get to one level and then to the next level. But this has gone beyond that stage, because the way it's being done is that I'm not, this is just how, what I'm getting from what is being done. Antonio is saying that I refuse to allow the line of communication to only be at one stage. When I reach out, I want everyone to be able to see and understand that you can too. Everyone has a place, and he's not holding anything back. I mean, I've been able to get so much information just from his books, just from the videos. It's amazing. It's amazing. He's not holding anything back. And when he says that he's giving wealth away, half of his wealth, that's amazing. And it's the knowledge alone that can't account. There's no price you can put on that. And when you think about all that you can take and use, I tell you, when I was in the group yesterday, and I try not to speak a lot because I deal with my face acting up sometimes. But I tell you, it pulls at you. It says, oh, you're going to say something. You're going to be a part of what has been put together as a platform for you to reach the people that need to be reached, that are in your category, that are able to grab a hold of what you have and say, I'm going to use that. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm truly, truly amazed with everything that is going on. And I thank all of y'all so much, because what's so amazing is that the videos that y'all have done on your own is also insightful. So it's like catching it, it's so big to me till it looks like an epidemic going right. You know what I mean? And I love it. I just wanted to say that.
All right, Miss Sandra, thank you very much.
Yes. Woohoo.
Come on, Miss Sandra.
Thank you, Miss Sandra. That was beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Sandra.
Yes, it
Always.
The
was.
doors of the
Y'all
church is open on
amazing.
that.
Come on, Miss Correct.
I'm
Is
passing around
that
the
what?
collection plate.
Is that what?
I got $5.
Shout coming around.
Start it off.
Shout coming around, Renee. Renee, shout coming around church too, Renee.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all know that this is Thursday morning. Y'all starting already.
Oh man.
We'll be broke by 2. We will be broke by 2.
Yes, we will be.
All the way spent
But
by
you'll be
7.
wealthy,
We will be back in the bank
that
looking
is
at
the
it like, what is
ATS
going
way.
on? That's right.
Thursday
I love
is
it.
church day here at the ATS.
Testimony Thursday. That's what Dr. Sugar just said. All right.
Come on now. All right, so next we have Miss Edlina, Mr. Ken, and I saw you unmute too, Mr. Romy Rom. So Miss Edlina, Mr. Ken, and then Romy Rom.
Good morning, guys. And I agree with Miss Sanders. I appreciate my group. We all collaborate together as a whole. And even if we are quiet, we encourage each other. It's no one person, oh, well, then let me see what all I can say so I can outshine the other person in the group. Like, we don't even function that way. You know, we sit and we listen to one another. We'll comment here and there to piggyback on the other, but it just goes smoothly. We listen whenever one falls out and catch up because it was going in and out. We kind of just lean back and let the show do what it does. So everybody don't talk a whole lot, which is fine. We just let each other's character kind of blend in and complement the other. So I love that part about our group. We just kind of love on each other and let each other say what we need to say and move on. So I love that. There's no one person trying to shine and there's no one person trying to outbeat the other. We're just there together to get through. So again, I appreciate our group. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Edlina. Thank you. Now I just want to announce just very quickly and briefly. Miss Sandra, Miss Edlina, and earlier Miss Felicia all announced they are the newer members of our family. But they have cast their nets. Watch yourself. And are reaping in the abundant. Okay, Miss Renee, I would say you are the newest member of a family, but you queen of the Linsome household. So you family by you long-term family by association.
Oh, what?
You long-term family by association. You the one that, oh, that's Prophet's queen. Oh, she family. Come on, tell her come in. It's the first day. You already in the house. You just go on in the refrigerator, get you something to eat. But yes, even Queen Renee. This is our family. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. This is who we are.
That's word now. That's word.
But say that, Pinky.
So,
Amen.
so I just need all of you to understand we are family. We will fight. We will argue. We will disagree. We will. We each have our own opinions, but like Miss Atlina just said, we allow each other to be ourselves. And if that's not what true family is supposed to be, if that's not in your heart, this is not the place for you. We love you. We do. But we're family. We don't suffer alone and we stay in the plane.
And no sabotaging.
Come on, Miss Sandra.
No backbiting.
Come on, Miss. Come on.
And do not quit. No matter what it looks like, don't quit.
There you go.
Ain't that the truth? I mean, no matter
Amen.
what it looks like.
Amen.
Just hold on.
Just a little while longer. Don't get me started, Miss Adrian.
And go to class. When all else fails, go to class. If you think like you're missing something, go to class. If you lost, log in. I'm telling you, that's for a fact. Last week, I literally thought that something was wrong. I didn't understand what was wrong because when I got off the call, there was no connection and I was lost. And when I tell y'all I was lost, please take it from me. Log in. They're right there. They're a click away.
There you go. There you go. So I really just wanted to show how Miss Sandra, Miss Atlina, Miss Felicia, Queen Renee, if you, as Antonio said,
Stradivari is too, actually.
Yeah, Stradivari too.
You know, I gotta say that. Like he been here for
Thank
30
you.
years.
And Felicious.
Mr. Stradivari, Mr. Loris, Miss Christina. All if you just cast your nets, don't be afraid to cast your net. Don't be afraid to just extend it out and say, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance. Let me see what's on this side of the boat and just cast your net.
I don't know who Mr. Ken is, but I seen your eyes just get real big, bro. Yes, cast your net. Did you see your face? I'm talking to you. Yeah, we're watching you. Save. Yeah,
Actually,
right there.
Mr. Ken was invited by the one and the only Miss Tyranny. Y'all know Miss Tyranny.
Hey, wait a minute. Come on now. That's in my group
Right
already.
there.
See what I'm talking about? I be feeling it. Come on in here.
Hey, okay, there you go. There you go.
Go ahead, Mr. Ken.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kendrick Simeon. Here and I are really, really good friends, and she decided to invite me and share with you all what my business are and see what resources and how I can be effective and help and assist in helping my business grow and see what I can do to help other people's business grow. I'm all about growth. I'm a big fan of humility. I try to keep my circle involved with people that are humble, so that helps me grow. Arrogance is something I try to distance myself from. So I have a business called 22 Global. We're a maintenance, safety, health, and environmental and quality service we provide to different venues. And then my wife and I have a ministry called The Fine Print of Marriage. We're working on a book. We have some podcasts and some radio stations that put out our interviews and things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I could be a benefit and also use the resources that you all have so that we all can grow. So I'm new. This is my first hour on a call. So I'm still looking for any tutelage that you all can provide. But thank you for the invite.
Well, welcome.
Thank you, brother.
You in this thing, baby. You in this.
Welcome. And if you can stand with your hands out,
Welcome to ATS.
wait for that blessing to fall. I promise you, the ATS will fill your hands up, because when this window opened, blessings came out. And that's real talk. I'm just saying. Hold your hands open.
Come on, find your window. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Find your.
To protect your fleet and your reputation, there's the Michelin Agilis Cross Climate Tire, Michelin's most durable, heavy-duty commercial light truck tire ever. Visit business.michelinman.com/professional services to outfit your fleet.
You should be saving for the future, but savings accounts suck, and investing can be scary. We combine the ease of savings with the real returns of investing. We call it Save Vesting, and it's only available in our new app, Stairs. Stairs offers 4 to 6% returns, no fees, and you can withdraw anytime. Do your future a favor. Visit stairsapp.com today.
Window. It sit underneath it. Just find the right window. That's all you gotta do. Hold your hands open. Come on, Miss Sandra. Thank you, Mr. Ken, for joining us today. We're so extremely happy to have you. You can feel free to join us every morning. Miss Tierney, go ahead and do what you do. Get him accoladed into the ATS, because we definitely have resources that can help you. We are a resource-based economy. We believe in group economics. We believe that money should bounce around our communities 20 times before it even leaves our community. So as a part of our community, we definitely work within each other. We have those who have attire businesses. I'm saying that wrong, Grace. What's the proper name for that? Not attire businesses, but apparel businesses. We have those who are authors, coaches. We have those who offer services to others that, like you said, what you and your wife do, and then what you do as well. We have those who, Tyrell offers services to those who needs help with benefits while they're in the VA. We have the humor consultants. If you are looking to better not only your life, but your business, and you want to learn how to do it while having fun and making money, the humor consultants are the ones that you want to go to. If it's last minute and you don't know what to do, but you want a poem specifically written for your event, for your person, Mr. Romy Rome is the person you want to go to. Not only that, he is an author and he is an advocate for young men around the world. He's the one you go to when your son needs somebody. You want to go to Mr. Romy Rome. And he's a poet, he's a comedian, and he is a master speaker. If you need a vehicle, if you need to establish your business as an LLC, the person you need to talk to is Mr. Ken Johnson. If you a goon for God, go to Miss Adrienne. Okay. She'll help you out. If you need your children educated and you are within the Rosenberg area, I need you to go ahead and stop by and talk to Miss Felicia. If you need,
you better go ahead and run these things down here like that. I like that. I want you to know, Ken, this is the first time she ever put it together like this. Okay, she putting it together right now for you. This is it. All right, she running that thing down. Go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you okay?
Go on, get that. Go on, get everybody in there. That's good.
You okay, y'all? I'm quiet, but I pay attention. I'm quiet, but I pay attention. I really do. If you need a wonderful full body massage, or you need your food to be popping for the holidays or on an everyday basis, I'm gonna need you to go talk to Dr. Trask.
Yep.
If you need administrative assistance, or if you need to travel around the world, not locally, I'm talking about around the world, go ahead, pop over there and talk to Miss Michelle Black, because she got you covered. If you need some body contouring, if you need to smooth out your edges a little bit, go on over there and talk to Miss Arshia. She got you covered. If you need a new wardrobe, if your bag's not bagging like they used to, if your shoes ain't shoeing like they used to, if your glasses ain't glassing like they used to, go ahead and talk to Miss Alfreda. She could hook you up with an entire wardrobe, a new outfit, whatever you need.
Well.
Girl, you better go ahead. And she got blue glasses, y'all. She got the blue frame glasses.
Come on.
It'll help you with you don't have to get a headache when you're looking at that tech stuff.
Come on. I'm telling you all. Ladies and gentlemen, we have everything you need in-house.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am, please do.
Okay. So I know that y'all have all of this, and dare I say we, because we family. And although we don't do the asking family for discounts, do I or can I dare ask that what you just spoke of be put in some type of ATS yellow page or white page or
better speak
ATS
that thing.
page? So
You better speak it, Miss Lucky. You
to
better
have this
speak it.
community thing rolling where it can go around 100 times in our community, and we don't have to be hunting and searching. Is that possible?
It's
that a crazy question?
No, ma'am, because it's done and done. If you reach out to Miss Ashley Patrick, Miss Ashley, if you can go ahead and post the ATS business directory for us, please. We have it already ready for you.
Say.
Outstanding.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And I'm gonna say a couple of more, and then we're gonna move on, because if you love your black man and your black woman, go on over there to the Coach Eans's and get your I love you black man, I love you black woman apparel. If you need some photography, if you need some videography, if you need to look good in front of the camera, we have Soul Productions. Mr. Chris Holmes, aka Bob, and he does travel. I'm just gonna put that one out there too. He does travel. I believe Dr. Trask says she travels as well.
Who travels? Who travels, doggone?
Chris Holmes of Soul Productions travels.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, Tyrell. Tyrell said not Soul Glow. But yes, but Soul Productions. And there's even more. It doesn't stop there. There are stories within this community, within this family, that will change your lives just by listening to them. Yes, Miss Corinne. Welcome, Miss Tootie. I did see you. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Come on, Miss Corinne. Welcome, Miss Tootie. We're so happy to have you. Oh, Miss Alfreda, look at you with the glasses. Come on, now. Look at you all dolled up and duded up today. Come on. Got the.
She had to put them blue light on blue.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blue light glasses.
So we are a community. So Mr. Ken, welcome. I do see you have your hand up. So please go ahead. And after Mr. Ken, we're going to have Mr. Ken Johnson. And we're going to close it out with the one, the only. Romy Rome, Baltimore's own. Mr. Ken, the floor is yours.
No, I was just going to add. So if anyone has a PDF or any information they'd like to provide, I'd be willing to put that information on both my websites. So if anybody, or if there is a directory that we all have, I'm saying we because I've already kind of embedded myself.
You know how to do it, baby. Get on in the family.
Yeah, thank you. I'd be willing to, post that on my page. And then if anybody is interested in receiving some type of safety class, I'm ranked in the nation in regards to safety. So I'd be willing to give that to our constituents at no cost, less than $10. It's a credential, that's a lifetime credential. And I believe education is one of those things, any type of form, certification, trade, higher education. I believe it's one of those things that's a leg up on the resume. And so anyone that's interested, I'll be in the Houston area in the near future. You can go to my website, but I'd be willing to give that. Just if anybody would like to provide that information to Tierney, so when she and I talk again, I put that information on my website. It'll be up there within the 24 hours before the close of business. So I'll be willing to do that today if possible.
Could you share your website in the chat, please?
Yes, please, Mr. Ken. And thank you very much for opening up your website to the community. Ms. Tierney, if you want to pass him the link to the ATS business directory, and then send Ashley all of his information so she can add it to the business directory as well.
Yes, ma'am, I sure will. Thank y'all so much for look. I love this family. Y'all it's never a fear or any reservation introducing anyone that I care about, family, friend, foe, into this fold, because like, yo, this is really a family. Like, I'm talking about family the way that our hearts and our souls believe it's supposed to be, you know what I mean? And know that exists out there, even if we didn't receive it within our own. So like, man, God bless you. I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank you.
Love you too, baby.
We love you too, Tierney.
We love you too.
too.
Love you too.
That's Auntie Tierney.
She be tearing it up.
You know what, Daoud?
Daoud had his sayings.
Daoud is walking into himself, y'all. He's walking into himself. He's walking into it.
That was comedic genius right there. Comedic genius. Start calling him the
right. So next we have Mr. Ken W. Johnson, and then we're closing it. And before I have Mr. Romy Rome close it out, I'm gonna have Ms. Grace do something. So Mr. Ken W. Johnson, the floor is yours.
Man, bump all of that. Y'all just being nice to these people because they knew. I'm coming into the studio tonight with my cowboy hat on, my sleeping robe, Jerome. I'm gonna have it open with my chest hat, and I'm gonna put my foot on the desk. I'm so tired. 4 hours of talking. I'm gonna have me a bottle of scotch, and I don't even drink. I'm gonna have me a cigar and everything else. So, family, this keeping it 100. Y'all, they got me tired. I can't even eat breakfast this morning. I ain't gonna even feed myself. So I'm gonna come in the studio raw. I'm gonna have my wife was so tired. She said, "Y'all ain't through yet." I said, "Man, look, we gotta keep going." So I'm gonna have my sleeping robe on, Jerome.
Go on, boy.
Oh, so that way when we get out the studio, I can just go right to bed.
Bingo.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't ready.
I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm like trying to get the visual out. I'm like a visual learner, and all I can see is visual. I see cowboy hat. I see this.
I'm gonna have my boots on. I'm gonna put my boots on this.
Cowboy hat, boots, and robe, and
whenever I ain't got nothing to
dirty
say, I'm
boots.
gonna do like Antonio. I'm gonna take me a sip. I mean, 4 hours.
Do it with your boots on.
Yeah.
Look, why he say he gonna do
and fuel to the flame.
They gonna fire me after tonight because I'm coming in raw.
Well, aren't you
I
in
might
the
have
group
to
with the battle?
I might have to go work for Soul Production. I don't know. I hold this camera something. At least I know I ain't gotta hold it for 4 hours, but I'm gonna come in raw tonight.
Oh, my goodness.
I wish I had some of Sister Sugar gumbo. I'll be eating her gumbo on camera. He told me don't turn the camera off. I'm gonna eat her gumbo on the camera. I'm gonna be one of those new anchor men that they gonna want to hire me on CNN when I get through, Grace.
Somebody, you gotta try this.
Yeah, y'all say keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
I can make that happen, Mr. Johnson. I'll drive it over to you.
I'm gonna be like Daoud and Jerome. You know. Hey, make me mad. I might bust out with a song. I'm gonna mix it up. They're gonna fire me or something. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, don't let that red bow tie and that red suit fool y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how it's done.
You want what you want when you want it. That's not okay.
And that's Tierney Buggage, by the way. Tierney Buggage.
Oh goodness! Oh my goodness! So, whew, it has been
sorry.
a wonderful one. I'm
You had said something. You had said something about the Soul Productions, right? And I'm looking, and I'm in my camera, and it seemed like he like Soul Production looking like Cisco or something. Is that the sun shining on his head that has changed his color, or has he changed his own color? I'm just checking. Oh, I'm just checking. All right.
That's that song.
so glow. Who did
Yes.
that? Y'all, look, it's too early. It's too early. I'm gonna tell you, and Miss
Come on.
Adrian,
See
I'm
that
gonna tell you
Jerry Curl?
something.
Sexy chocolate. Sexy chocolate.
Oh, my
Sexy chocolate.
goodness.
Chocolate dropper.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Man, he
it's
good. He good. He good.
That boy good over there. You good.
Good and terrible. I'm just playing.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, Miss Adrian, and all of you know what it is when you
You're feeling yourself.
No,
You're
not
feeling
when you,
yourself.
not when you feeling yourself, but when
You're getting up there
prosperity,
and you hadn't told the phone.
when prosperity hits you, and you release stress, and you release worry, and you release doubt and fear, you have a different glow to you.
Yes.
That
Well.
is so true.
Well,
Oh my God.
you're glowing, bro. We see you. We see you. Keep it up. I've been watching your videos, so if that's the case, I'm on your heels because I know how to let it go. I'm learning.
Let your light so shine.
There you go. There you go. And I was asked if I could share this with the group, and I'm going to do just that. If you're stuck or struggling with motherhood, please reach out to Bitter to Better. Miss Coach Shanine Eames helps moms let go, glow, and grow. Her Instagram is at Bitter to Better. So if you're stuck or you're struggling with motherhood, please reach out to Coach Eames. And mothers, while we think, we still need help. It ain't easy. I don't care how many kids you have. No child is alike. I have learned that from personal experience. Because that one right there is grown. He is grown up. But at the same time,
He learned it by watching you. So everything that you think that he is everything that you have showed him what to be.
And he has shown me what I need to work on. But he has also shown me how I love. And it's hard. Reach out. If you are a mother
Come on, sis.
with motherhood, just reach out. All right.
Ain't no all right. You ain't gonna.
You're gonna be all right.
Don't quench this.
Camera. Come on in and let them shot flow burn. Don't
Let God catch the
you
tears. Let him catch
all
the
right.
tears.
Gonna leave us like that?
Now we're gonna move on over to the next thing. All right.
And don't let them tears dry up.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Tears cleanses the soul.
Thank you.
Come on, prophet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if you remember, if you recall, I think that you were speaking to me when he was speaking to you, and he let you know that he loved you.
Mm-hmm.
And you put us all on hold. And then you came back to say one thing, and that was because I do not want to not repeat that love. I need to show my love no matter what. And I want you to know, Mom, that's goodness right there. Because no matter what happened in that moment, that love that you needed to give back was so important that we all were like, oh, all right, cool. And we know you just made that little one's day. So for you to just say it and then actually start to automatically cry, we just say we love you the same way that he loves you. And you're doing a great job. But Coach Eames, I know she did that thing natural. She pushed hers out natural. So yeah, mamas, y'all need to go talk to Eames, okay? She can talk to you about a lot of things. But if she tell you about taking it naturally, now you know I'm talking to. My bad.
So Coach Eames
as a healer.
We got to meet the entire Eames team. And when I tell you, her children are absolutely beautiful. From their spirits to their mentality to just their presence. And mom and dad, you can tell the love and the family within the family.
The baby is my buddy.
Grace said the baby is her buddy.
Amen, sis. Thank you.
You are so welcome. If you are struggling with, if you are a mother struggling with motherhood, and this is no offense to fathers, this is what Coach Eames asked me to let you know. Bitter to better, because we have fathers who struggle too. It's not easy. There is no parenting 101. There is none of that. And every kid is different. You go through something when you have kids. Parents in general, you go through something when you have kids. You go through doubt, you go through questioning, you go through, am I good enough parent? Is my kid okay? Am I taking care of them right? Am I paying attention to them? Am I spending enough time with them? You go through these things. Get help. It's okay. It's okay. Get the help. Get help. And Coach Eames is family, letting family know I got you. So if you are a mother and you're struggling with motherhood, reach out to Coach Eames. Coach Eames, I'm gonna let you speak. Mr. Phil, you're next, and then I'm gonna have Grace do something, and then Romy Rome, you closing us out. I promise you.
So yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on what Deanna was saying, and I started Bitter to Better because as a mother, and no one please take offense to this, but as a Black mother, I found that the support systems that we should have in place, are not present, from Black maternal care to the 4th trimester, which is after we have our children, and we don't have that support, postpartum depression, not having the tribe that we really need to have to support us emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and otherwise. Because when you do become a mother and you're mothering from a traumatic place because you've had your own childhood trauma, or you're still dealing with relationship traumas or whatever it may be, a lot of us don't know how to navigate. So we mother from a place of bitterness, and we don't understand how it shows up in our kids. So I started Bitter to Better to help us to get to a place where we can let go of all of those different traumas and mother our kids from a place where we have clarity, we have transparency, and we really can love them the way that we should. So that's how Bitter to Better was born, because I went through postpartum depression. I had no support systems in place like I should. And as a Black mother, all I heard was, you're strong. You don't need help. You got this. And we have to change that negative narrative and let mothers know it's okay to lean on someone. It's okay to say, I'm not okay. So Bitter to Better was created for that sole purpose, to give mothers a space to literally exhale. So please reach out. I love y'all.
Thank you, Coach Eames.
Love you more,
Love
Coach.
you more too. Love you more. Thank you so much. Whew. All right. Mr. Phil, the floor is yours. Thank you, Coach Eames. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, y'all.
Mr. Phil, you're muted. Hold on, let me see. We see you, but we can't hear you.
See, that's that tech stuff. That's that tech
No,
stuff.
I'll give you my iPad.
That's what we've been doing. That's what we've been doing last night. Tech stuff, just the talking, not even working, like not even on.
Here comes, look, there's Miss Susan. Susan's like, I'll give you my iPad. Come on, Miss Susan.
How about now?
Oh, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, we're having our iPad, the charger's broken, so I'm jerry rigging everything. But how many would you agree? How many would you agree that it's never been tougher to be a young person than it is today?
I have to say, yeah.
Facts.
I'd have to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's never been tougher to be a young person than it is today. Well, therefore, it's never been tougher to be a parent than it is today. It's never been tougher to be an aunt. It's never been tougher to be an uncle. It's never been tougher to be a sibling. It's never been tougher to be a cousin. We literally are living in unprecedented times. And that's why we need what we are offering more than ever in this marketplace is encouragement and love and compassion and forgiveness. And that's why the ATS group is making the difference that it's making in our individual lives and then the lives we touch. So keep up the good work and realize that, as Robert Schuller once said, tough times never last, but tough people do.
Well
Thank you, Mr.
said.
Yes,
Phil.
that's powerful,
Well
sir.
said.
Always. He always comes in. He doesn't speak long. Says just the shortest things, but they have such a powerful impact. And we're grateful for you, Mr. Phil. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, before we, D, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask Mr. Phil. I forgot that we were kind of at the conclusion of the meeting, but I was just kind of curious, just standing in a young person's perspective, why you believed it was such a hard time to be in the younger generation. Just stating my perspective, I think it's actually one of the easiest times to be a young person. I do feel like there are a lot of things that can get us young people in trouble, or really everyone in trouble, with things like social media. But I feel like there's never been a better time for, a young, biracial individual to, own several businesses, or to meet people or to shake hands that maybe wouldn't have, that maybe I wouldn't have been able to meet, if the times were different. And so I was just, curious to kind of have a conversation on why you believe that it was hard right now to be in the younger generation, because I feel like there's never been a better time to be young.
Yeah, I agree. That's the two-edged sword. That's why I'm saying that right now, because of the distractions, because the access to so many different things, negative things, young people now on their phone can access things that we couldn't access when we were in our 20s just by doing it. So we need to be like you are, be proactive, be loving, be forgiving, be grateful, and make a difference. And I'd be challenging you. You're unique in your world. And that's why we need to encourage you more than ever. And you do keep doing your thing more than ever, because you're bringing light, you're bringing hope, you're bringing structure, you're bringing opportunities. And we need you to be doing that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Can I add? I think that it would be like the way we grew up and the way you guys get to grow up is a little bit easier. But you said something that's major in that you're a biracial kid. And biracial right now is something that is like the world doesn't even know what to do, because they're speaking black and white. They still want to have black and white terms. They still want this side and that side and this side and that side. And you are the epitome of there is no side. It's me. So from the outside looking in, it seems like it's something that is nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to say anything because there's no way to really truly relate. But standing there looking at you as this biracial kid that is doing, biracial young man, because you ain't no kid, but the whole I've conquered this, it will become so much easier when they hear it come out of your mouth, because all of the struggle that I thought that they might have been having, the second that you said, well, no, and it should be a really good time, you made it look like, he's definitely telling the truth. We might just be looking at the wrong people saying this, that, and the other thing. But the biracial in it right now is the new place where the world needs to come. And whatever you got, you need to give it, because you're right. And you can tell somebody else that it ain't that damn hard. And as we think that it's so hard, we've already shot it out of the water that it ain't going to happen. And you just came in right quick and just let it be known that it's already being done. So I want to say thank you, because I thought it would have been hard, but now that you done told me a little bit different, I got to watch my mouth. I got to ask the question first before I tell them that it's hard for them to do it, because they might really think they can do it, because you just did. Damn sure shut me up. Like, damn.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, but still, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's not been easy for you either, has it?
Say it one more time.
I said it's not been easy for you.
I would like to say it hasn't been easy for me, because I feel like I work really hard, but I feel like God has always put me in a very good position. And regardless of how weird things seem, or, you know, how awkward the circumstances may be, at the end of the day, it's always a significantly progressive step forward in the right direction, surrounded by the right people, doing the right thing. So I would love to say, you know, whenever I achieve the success I know I'm going to achieve, I would love to say, you know, things were hard. I have a real come up story, but I just wasn't raised that way. You know, my grandmother was a real hippie. My mom's got a really good heart too. And, you know, sometimes they forget, but one of the things that I've never forgotten is that it always works itself out. So it kind of makes it hard for me to say that it's going to be a hard story. I really want to, you know, the next time I get the opportunity to be on stage and do different things like that, man, I would love to have this rah, you know, had $7 in my pocket type of deal, but God's never put me in that position. So maybe that's not the story I'm supposed to tell. You know, maybe I'm supposed to tell a story of, you know, I was never negative about it. You know, maybe I was impatient at times to achieve the level of success that I wanted to achieve. But, you know, I finally found my way to do it. You know, I finally found out how to do it. And I was finally able to give back like I really always wanted to be, because that's one thing that I promised myself, regardless, you know, how much success or wealth that I build, that, you know, I told myself that, you know, I have to give back, because that's really something that I really want to be able to do, you know, provide mentorship and different things like that. So, you know, honestly, sir, I can't say it's been hard, but maybe it's just perspective. Maybe it has been hard, but I haven't looked at it like that.
Well, you still had to work.
Absolutely. But the work
You know,
is easy when you enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm a humor consultant, so obviously we're singing out of the same hymnal there.
Yeah, when I
really,
looked
I'm
at
sorry.
you, this is Susan Sorrentino, Phil's wife. When I looked at you, I had to put my glasses on because you looked so much like, you know, Diana Ross's daughter, who plays the mom in Blackish.
Mm.
And then when you said, you know, raised by a hippie, well, her mom, she grew up on a commune during the hippie revolution period, on Blackish. So she brings that into the mix. And then her husband is just, you know, he's funny too, but it's a good show. And you reminded me of the oldest son on there. When I looked at you, I had to put my glasses on. I'm like, is that him? But I think it's the hairstyle. So the Blackish and then Mixish is when Rainbow's the mom, who's played by Diana Ross's daughter. You know, they had Blackish first, and then they put Mixish on there to have her as a child, and then, you know, being mixed and all the complications that went with that. So, you know, for some people, it gives them a tiny little taste. You guys probably would think it's not, and maybe not like it, but it was on last night and I watched it. So you might want to look it up there.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, Marcus.
Really quick, can I say something? I'm sorry.
Marcus.
Yes, go ahead.
SCIBNER.
Thank you so much, Miss Susan. I wanted to just let Dee know that I'm the one that invited Darius. My husband and I came out of Walmart yesterday, and his brother Darius and his other little brother Chris and their friend, they were in the parking lot selling their product. And my husband and I, we had a very in-depth conversation with them. And I was just so impressed by their story and you know, what they want to do. And so we supported them, you know, bought their product. And I immediately started telling them about ATS and the business university and Antonia's vision for that in the group. And I'm like, you have to come. I sent them a text message this morning. So to see you, Andy, that's amazing. I'm so excited. And then I found out that Christopher and my son both go to Townview. He's in TAG and he's in STEM. So there are two little brown boys at this school that doesn't necessarily reflect them, but you know what I mean? I think it's amazing to see you here. I'm excited. I've already talked to Monica about you guys. So I just see, like I told him this morning in a text message, it's your year to win. You guys are going to win. You're going to just take it to a whole nother level. And so to hear you and to see you this morning, so I'm seeing the whole team. I'm so excited, and I'm glad that I know it wasn't by coincidence. I know it was a divine appointment that we saw you in that parking lot. So here you are, and you're in the best place ever, especially like you said, for a young person right now to be disconnected and easily connected to such great people. Millionaires on the line, you have no idea who you're around or you're in the presence of. So thank you for taking a chance on my word and showing up and being present.
I have
Absolutely.
a question.
Thank you so much.
Question. Do you have any social media, D? Because I want my son to follow you.
No, absolutely. I'll post it in the chat.
Yes,
And
please
D,
do.
go ahead. D, go ahead and put your website for the company in the chat as well.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Thanks.
And Coach Eanes, I'm gonna text you so we can add him to the directory as well. I'll text you the email address for him to send all his information to be added onto the directory as well.
Thank you so much, Deanna.
Thank you. Thank each and every one of you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so normally y'all know me. We have a meeting and I be out like that. But today has been something completely different. And if you wouldn't mind, it is Thursday. It is Thursday. Indeed, if you wouldn't mind, because I would love for everyone here to know that the ability to be who you want to be does not matter your age. So if you wouldn't mind, if you could let everyone know exactly how old are you, if you wouldn't mind, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. On last November, I turned 20 years old. So I'm 20 years old right now.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Yes, young king.
Boy is woke.
And D, tell them how young Christopher is and that he's in the high school for science, engineering, and math. His little brother, he's a sophomore.
Yes. So just to give you guys just a little family background, since everybody's so close. So Darius is my half brother, right? We share the same dad, and Christian is Darius's brother. I believe he's 16. Yes, ma'am. He's 16.
He's 16.
So yeah, so it's been really awesome, getting to be around him more as well. I'm educating myself on how to invest in different cryptocurrencies and foreign exchange and things like that. And I think I'd say it's been about a year or so. And I was talking to my brother Darius about it in the car, and Christian was listening. And I think that's what really clicked for him, that, oh my goodness, either I can make money for myself or I can really learn a skill set that I enjoy. And it doesn't necessarily have to come from school. And so ever since I kind of started helping him on that journey, since I had maybe 6 or 7 months ahead of him at that time, it's really opened him up to really, finding his hustle, being at Walmart, helping me, sell my product in South Dallas, and, while I'm in North Dallas, and different things like that. So it's been really awesome to see his progress. And it's also kept him, it's also one of those things that his mom's been able to kind of hold over him, because now he wants to do entrepreneurial things. So instead of his mom taking away Xbox, she's saying, you can't go out and be a salesman, or you can't go to Austin and go to this business convention. And so it's a really new perspective for him. And it's interesting to me to watch his friends see him change as well. I think that's the coolest thing, because that's how the change is real.
Yes, and we saw that yesterday in that parking lot. He was just, and like I said, he's friends with my son. And so, he was just like, "Your collages, mom?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh." So it was just really awesome to hear the connection and hear him sell the product and speak. So, I mean, he was so excited. You can tell he loves what he's doing. So you giving him the opportunity. I'm just all about seeing the young people grow. So especially young males, like, to see you at this level is just phenomenal. So thank you for pouring into him and pouring into Darius and staying connected. You know what I mean? Because I know it's not easy.
Absolutely. I really appreciate the invitation. Who would have known?
That's how God works.
Nobody but God. I don't say nobody but God. And if you was in the right place doing what you was doing, and you were in the right spot to do it and answer it, nobody but God. But when you do, it's like you open the floodgates of heaven.
That law of vibration, son.
Yes. So
and you speak so well. Listen, I'm just like in awe because these are the things that people say that they say that you don't even exist. There are people literally that will tell me today that I did not have this conversation with you and I'm watching you right now. They will tell me they know that much about you that it ain't gonna work. And you have just proven that that is not true. So keep it up. And the little ones are watching you. I got a 20-year-old that I'm like, channel. Somebody is doing 20 and they're good. So keep it up, bro. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm
thank
so
you.
glad that you listened, because you know how many people tell you to do something and then it takes like a month and a half for people to actually do what the people said. I'm glad that you did exactly what you did. That's good. That's good. That's good. And that's at 20. So that's really good.
I knew there was something different. My brother called me at like 7 a.m. and I even have do not disturb on my phone because I like my phone goes crazy. And for some reason, you know, it went through the do not disturb. And I was like, he was like, bro, I don't know what it is, but I met this coach. She calls herself Coach Eanes yesterday at Walmart. She said, get on this meeting. And I was like, bro, because my brother, if y'all know anything about him, he does some pretty crazy things. And so, but the reason I had gotten up is because when I woke up, even though it was earlier than usual, I felt like I was already up. So I was like, well, let's see what happens. So I'm really glad that I did. And so I appreciate you guys letting me on the call today and, you know, getting to hear everybody's story.
Thank you. We are glad as well. Coach Eanes, thank you.
Yes.
And I wanted Dee to tell well, thank you for telling us your age, because Dee, Jerron, these are the gentlemen, the age group that's going to take care of us. So we need to pour into them. And like Miss Adrian was saying, Dee and Jerron are not supposed to exist. They're not supposed to be 20 with their head on straight, knowing what they want, entrepreneurial, going out there writing books and having them public. They're not supposed to be doing these things. They supposed to be in college, running after some little girl, going after their money, trying to figure out what they want to do. They're not supposed to already have their head on straight. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we nurture that and pour into that, not pull it out of them and push them away from it, not tell them they're doing too much for their age, not telling them they're arrogant, not telling them that they don't know what they're doing, they just talking. That is not our responsibility. We're supposed to nurture that, pour into that. If they have questions, answer it. Don't brush them off. And be honest, just because you're older than them does not mean you know more. I learned that from my 6-year-old. That boy is 6. And I'm looking at him like, man, I didn't know that. I am grateful for Antonio for coaching me and teaching me how he has taught me and coached me, because we are not supposed to be intimidated by the younger, educated, focused young men and women. We are supposed to encourage, push them, and give to them whatever they need to continue on their path. We are kings and queens. We are innovators and creators. We are not supposed to knock the creativity and innovation out of those younger than us. We are supposed to nurture it. So I thank you, Coach Eanes, for inviting Dee. I thank you, Dee, for coming. I thank Jerron for being a part of us. He moved. If you pay attention, this young man has done everything he has learned. And he's been with us. He just turned, 21 or 20? 21. He just turned 21 and he's been with us since he was 18. We encourage, we don't knock down. No one suffers alone and we stay in the plane. So Dee, I thank you for joining us on this morning. I appreciate you for waking up when you were told to wake up. when the universe said, hey, go get up, you woke, just go get up. I appreciate you for waking up. Yes, Miss Corinne. Then after Miss Corinne, we have Sandra, Daoud, and we are, I promise you, Jerome, we closing it out
Jerome.
with you.
Jerome in a house.
And he sees the opportunity. He created the moment. Like these are things that adults don't even do. You were in a room full of people, full of adults. You raised your hand and said, I don't know what's going on. I want to understand. This is who I am. This is why I'm here. We're talking about things that adults in their 30s and beyond are now learning to do. You have already become, and you're even greater now, and you see yourself. We're talking about sitting over here on calls, becoming, and having Antonio pour into us so we can truly see our true identity. You already see yourself as great. And I commend you for seizing the opportunity, for being obedient, because you did have a choice. You chose. And then sitting in the seat that you're in, you raised your hand and you spoke and you represented yourself well. And you represented everybody connected to you well, but also you represented an underserved generation. Because like they always say, the good guy. But yeah, the good guy doesn't get any attention. It's always the bad boy. And so there's plenty of young adults that's doing the right thing, that's out here, and they don't get the attention and they don't get recognized because the other ones that are doing bullshit are the ones that's represented and the ones that are highlighted. So I commend you and I salute you today because of who you are and because of what you did and how you showed up today representing yourself. I commend you.
Thank you very much, Miss Corinne.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Miss Sandra, Daoud, and then Mr. Romy Rome.
I just want to say it's awesome what you're doing, Dee. It's admirable and it's honorable and it's respect to yourself. I have 13 grandchildren and 3 great grands. And when I tell you they had a meeting one day about doing more and doing better for themselves. And I'm listening to them. And each one of them stood and said, well, you remember, grandmommy taught us this. You remember when I wanted a job and I was only 12, give it to be 13. Grandmommy showed us this. And I mean, with each grandchild, something was being said that I had poured into them. Now, there's a coming time when children don't want to listen. They don't want to be told what to do. I know that you are at your age of 20, but you have had some hands on you and over you, prayers that guided you, and you listened. Rather you were sitting there listening or you were listening through the atmosphere. And I appreciate that. And I pray that everything that you are gaining, because you will gain more from the ATS, I promise you. When you gain it, sprinkle it. Get so much till it overflows, because someone is watching you other than the ones you think are watching you. Because the ones that don't want to be told, because you are in their age group and they see you, your actions they will listen to. So I thank you for being an example to a generation that sometimes doesn't listen, that sometimes don't want to be told, that sometimes feel like they know more than than the adult knows, but they have not been down through the road of those adults, which are trying to let them know how hard it has been to get the younger generation to where they are. There have been sacrifices made. And although it seems lighter, it was hard then. So the seat you sit in is a champion's seat. And I thank you for taking that on your shoulders and doing that which comes to you to receive and give to others. Thank you for that, Dee.
That means a lot. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate those kind words. And, you know, I was just sitting here realizing that I don't know, something came over me. It's just a reminder that, you know, everything that I need to happen is happening. You know, all the people that, you know, that I've been, you know, praying to come into my life are coming into my life, and all the resources that I've been praying to come into my life are coming into my life. And, you know, the ability in the position that I could be put in to also give back is also coming into my life. So I don't know, it's just today was just an amazing day. And I know you guys feel it too. I've been seeing the chat and things like that. Everybody said this call's been different. So, you know, we were definitely all supposed to be on this call. You know, everybody was supposed to hear something today. But I really do appreciate those kind words. It really just, you know, made me just have extreme and ultimate gratitude that, you know, all the things that are, you know, going on for everybody, I'm sure is happening for the exact right reason.
Amen. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much, Mr. D and Miss Sandra. All right, Daoud, and then Grace, I'm gonna have you show your shirt, and then Jerome's gonna close out. Go ahead, Daoud.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Coach, for bringing D onto the ATS platform. You know, D and Jerron are like, they're like unicorns. It's something that you hear about, you expect to see on the cover of a magazine, but you don't really get to meet them face to face. And you get a sense that these young, bright men are trailblazers, and that they are going to trail a blaze for the rest of us that hopefully perhaps we can follow. And, you know, Dee, your story doesn't have to be one of struggle, and that's great, you know, because your story is meant to reach those who perhaps can't connect or relate to a story of struggle. Perhaps your story is to meet those unique individuals who, you know, were raised in or cultivated in those appropriate environments for them to be those strong sort of leaders that we need today to take us into the next era. And because of that, because you were raised in such a fertile sort of garden, the responsibility on you is far weightier, and it's more incumbent upon you to sprinkle that on the rest of others who are in need of that sort of guidance, of that fire, of that tutelage, of that passion that you embody. And you strike me as someone, you and Juran, young men who are already at such a young age, who are so wise and already connected to the source, because you are following this inner voice. And even though it's leading you into certain parts of uncertainty, the moment you step into that uncertainty, you see the blessing that is there. And I have so much value and so much respect for young men such as yourself. And, you know, I remember one day, one of my coaches was saying to me, he said, you know, your children, don't look at your children as people who don't know any more than you. See, when Apple invents an iPhone, if they invent an iPhone they came up with an iPhone 6 at the time. He said the following year, they're not going to invent an iPhone 4. They're always going to be looking towards inventing something that is far more advanced. And that's who your children are. They are the more advanced versions of yourself. And that's what you are, and that's what you represent.
I remember a while ago coming across a quote in a book by this author Khalil Gibran, and he said, "Your youth are supposed to use the elderly for their wisdom, for their guidance, for their experience. And the elderly should use the youth for their energy and for their zeal and for their passion." So you're in the right place, my brother, and we are blessed and we are fortunate to have you, and you are fortunate to have the rest of the team. So we're here and we love you, and we graciously receive you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Daoud.
Go ahead. This is like, oh my God, that was so good, Daoud. Jeez. Look at you speaking life into other people. Go on with yourself.
Look at me. Come on now.
I'm like, I'm loving it. This is everything, y'all. This is everything. This is why we're doing this Mexit news thing, man. This is how the thing started, right? He was asking the question, why is he doing what he's doing? Oh my God, more is caught than taught. This is beautiful. I'm sopping it up. I'm sorry.
No, you're not me to apologize.
Go on, Grace and Romy Rome, because I ain't gonna tell y'all been on the call for like 2 hours.
I know. Y'all know me. I don't do 2 hours. Y'all know we would have been out here an hour ago, but it's Thursday. It's ATS Church Day.
It's Thursday. We going to church.
Yes, and esoteric is in 30 minutes. So we do. So Grace, if you can please show everyone your shirt, and it reads, once she shows her shirt, it reads, "I chose not to be broke, so I started my own business. Ask me how." If you want to draw attention, if you want to be able to just walk around and people ask you, "So what do you do?" I would direct you to Miss Michelle Black to order your shirt. Because not only is it a great way to market you and your business, not only is it a great way to get hot leads because they're asking you what you do, it's also a way that if you are a part of RCASA or the ATS Business University, you can tell them even more about the ATS Business University as well. So I would definitely reach out. I'm wearing my shirt tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Michelle. I would reach out and ask Miss Michelle, how do I get this shirt? Oh, and she put it in the chat. thekingsgroup.com is where you can go to order your shirt today. Now, without further ado, as we how do you say it? As we not open the doors of the church? I mean, that does happen too, but when you in artful transition, we now move over to the one, the only. Romy Rome, Baltimore's own. Go ahead, close us out, Mr. Jerome. The floor is
Romy
yours.
Rome.
Oh boy.
Come on now, Rome. Yeah, I mean, we waited for this now. We waited for this.
You did, and I don't intend to disappoint you either. When Deanna asked about what was different, the word that kept popping in my head was filters. 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 Now, in the meantime, the vibration shifted to a certain young man named Mr. D. And I knew that even though I want to talk about filters, if I didn't say something, I would be amiss. And besides, our fearless leader, Mr. Antonio T. Smith, he had to take a sabbatical for a moment. So he's not here to pass on his wisdom. So I'm going to do the best I can, Mr. D, to give you a little bit of Mr. Antonio T. Smith in his absence. But I need you to do me a big favor, sir. Don't tell him I told you this, okay? This is just between you and me, sir. All right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go. There you go. As I have listened to everyone speak, and as I have listened to you speak, I was very, very fortunate when I retired from the Army to work in upstate New York at a boot camp for 7 years with delinquent kids. Let me tell you something, sir. I found out in that experience, as much as I taught them, and I sent them back to New York City, and a bunch of them were calling me on the phone saying, I ain't gangbanging no more. I ain't robbing people no more. I'm not selling drugs. Thank you, Sergeant Red, you saved my life. The amazing thing about that, Mr. D, was they changed my life. Do you hear me, sir? They changed my life. And I would hope and pray that you would get back with Coach Eames and her husband, find out what we do, okay? Because you're already a success. You don't need ATS to be a success. You've already done that. But I believe ATS can add to and assist you in where you come from, what you plan to do, and where you're going. But that'll be your choice. But I will say this, based on my experience when I got out of the military and where I've come in here with ATS, there is so much, sir, that you can bring to us that we don't have right now, that you can provide, that we can use. So I welcome you, and I would hope that, because I'm a task source and I'm a man of God, and my prayer is that, and I'm gonna pray about it, Lord, send them this way, because we need some of that. And I'm gonna tell you, Mr. D, I'm greedy, and I ain't ashamed to ask for what I want, because you got something I need, and if you don't give it up, we both lose. I need some of that. I just want to let you know. Now let me get back to what I started to say. When you were saying, Deanna, about the difference, that word filter came to me. And I said to myself, I know personally, folks, that in my sphere of influence, I have very few people that I can communicate with and talk to that I don't need a filter. That means I can open my mouth, let my brain function, say what I need to say. And I went, ooh, didn't that feel good, Jerome? Absolutely. But the majority of the people in my sphere of influence, I have to use a filter. And when you have to use a filter, folks, that's extra work. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's needful, voila. But when I don't have to do that, so much more comes out and so much more is available to me when I don't have to do that. And I said to myself, when I come on these calls, and I realize why I come on these calls so much, in my group, in our group, I don't need to use a filter. I can share what's inside of me. Well, guess what Mexit News does, folks? We've taken that filter that no longer exists amongst us, and now we're taking it out to the world. We're taking it out to everybody else in our little groups so that people can see, guess what? Here's the real deal. So that's the difference for me, and that's what I wanted to share with everybody. Mr. D, welcome. So I'm gonna say welcome aboard. Thank you so much. God's got his hand on you. And I know I'm gonna see great things. I already know. And besides, whatever decision you make, I'm gonna keep checking with Coach Eames, find out what you're doing. Because you know what? You're not the future, you're my future. Come on, man.
I'm gonna just throw this in here. I'm already on the Instagram, D, and I see you teaching cryptocurrency classes and sold out hotel room, like hotel presentation rooms. Boy, you, sir, you're on it. You are
Yes,
on
ma'am.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
So thank you, D, for showing. Thank you, D, for coming. Thank you, Ken, for coming. Thank you.
It was Tootie.
Tootie, yes, thank you.
Tootie.
Thank you, Miss Tootie, for thank you. Thank you, Miss Adrian. I was looking for her name. Thank you all for coming and joining us. Thank you, Coach Eames, for inviting. Thank you, Corinne, for inviting. Thank you, Tyranny, for inviting. Please feel free to invite your guests to the esoteric training as well. Our esoteric training it's not business, it's Antonio doing what Antonio does best. He's in his element. He teaches us on law of attraction, law of allowing, just the laws of the universe and success. So please, Coach Eames, Corinne, and Tierney, please feel free to invite Mr. Ken, D, and Miss Tootie to the esoteric training. They are welcome. Thank you all so much. We will see you in 30 minutes for esoteric training. You can plant better. You can dominate.
Thank you,
See y'all in a
Love
few
you
minutes.
guys.
Love you
You
more.
better, you better know what
Bye,
it is.
family. Love y'all.
You know I'm closing out this thing. This is, I love this. Somebody, you can plan better. You can dominate. You better go on with yourself. I love it.
Love you.
I love y'all. Y'all great morning.
I hate to break it to you, but you're in for a big surprise. 5 years from now, Jane, who's resigning today, will ring the NASDAQ bell, officially launching her company on the public market. And what you'll soon realize is that Jane stole your most valuable data to start her new company on her way out the door. Learn how Code 42 Insider can stop data theft and protect your organization's most valuable assets. Visit code42.com to learn more.
The level of connection you feel in your home dramatically influences your experiences there. Get the tools to control that connection in your communities with the first multifamily platform that unifies management and resident experiences to create smart apartments. Talk to a RealPage consultant today to see how your properties can meet the future of multifamily with the Smart Building Suite.